A much anticipated speech for Hezbollah Secretary General Sayyid Hassan Nasrallah. After escalated accusations that Hezbollah is fighting alongside the Syrian government, Nasrallah described the media hype about the numbers of Hezbollah fighters being killed in Syria as lies. He reiterated that the movement was providing assistance to Lebanese who live in border villages in Syrian territory against attacks by armed groups. However, he clearly implied that Hezbollah, along with other sides, could get more involved in Syria if some dramatic developments took place. His words appeared addressed to both the Syrian opposition and foreign powers, amid the calls for foreign military intervention over alleged use of chemical weapons.
Facts on the ground show the armed opposition cannot topple the government militarily, and no Iranian forces have entered Syria, contrary to the claims. If this is the situation now, then what would happen if things reach a stage whereby resistance forces are required to intervene? And here, I would like to emphasize that Syria has real friends that will not allow it to fall into the hand of the US or Israel or the Takfiris.
Nasrallah did say that the shrine of Sayyidah Zainab in Damascus was being protected, without mentioning who was providing such protection against the Takfiri groups. Sayyidah Zainab is the granddaughter of Prophet Muhammad, and her shrine is considered sacred, particularly to Shia Muslims. Hence, Hezbollah's leader cautioned that any attack on the shrine could repeat the Iraqi scenario when the holy shrine in Samarra was attacked. That attack ignited sectarian Sunni-Shia strife and almost led to civil war. Such strife is something Hezbollah has long been trying to prevent.
The area of Sayyidah Zainab is protected by Hezbollah, and that protection actually prevents any escalation between Sunni and Shia. This is a very touchy issue and cannot be left to anyone, and therefore the protection is in fact a protection of coexistence between Muslims.
Nasrallah also warned that the continuation of the Syrian crisis threatens the Palestinian cause, saying this cause was on the verge of annihilation. He again said that the Syrian crisis also serves Israel's interests, but warned that Hezbollah was ready more than ever before to face Israel despite this crisis.
I warn Israel and its allies against committing any folly against Lebanon, because their resistance is vigilant and its finger is on the trigger, and it has the resolve to defend Lebanon and its people.
Israel has deployed thousands of troops near the border with Lebanon for military drills. Israeli military officials, however, stated that these drills are not related to regional developments. Hezbollah's leader made it clear that he views the crisis in Syria as part of a broader plot which also targets Hezbollah itself. And therefore Sayyid Nasrallah sent a stern message that Hezbollah would stop at nothing to prevent the fall of the Syrian government by military means, including foreign intervention, as such a scenario would mean a victory for Israel, Hezbollah's arch-rival. Ali Risk, Press TV, Beirut.